Hello there. Welcome to Hey Manager. This is a channel where I'll be doing football manager content, a bit of football content, a bit of analysis, basically becoming a football manager in that sort of concept. So the first series I'm going to be doing is more of like a glory hunter sort of save on Football Manager. It's sort of inspired by Dr. Benji, so to speak, and some of the other. Obviously, I think there's YouTubers going back that have done this sort of content before as well. But this is sort of something that I thought I'd challenge myself to in the year 2020. Something that I'll try and do, maybe weekly, maybe daily. See how everything comes along. Well, yeah, it's definitely something that I'm going to be trying to do. So, as you can probably see on the screen now, I've got my team where I'm from, Manchester, as you can see. Got the t-shirt. Yeah, I've taken over Manchester United, basically. The fundamental thing to think about doing a glory hunter is you've got 20 years to win, I think it's every single domestic league, domestic cup, and then you've got the World Cup. I think it's the European Cup, African Cup of Nations, perhaps. I believe there may be another one. I can't remember the other one. Champions League and Europa League. So you're winning possibly, I think it's about 10, 15, perhaps near enough 15 trophies. I think you're trying to win 16 trophies. So there's quite a lot to do there within a 20-year period. So obviously you're going to try and rush through it all. I've decided to pick Manchester United A because I know the team. I'm obviously an avid supporter of Manchester United. Plus, they start off in the Europa League, and the Europa League is one of the hardest ones to win. They're probably the best favourites for the league, the cup, should I say? If I can get it up now, it's not the European Cup; it's the Europa. Oh, we've got it. Yeah, Europa League. It's the Europa League. So this is perhaps what I'm going to be looking to try and get into now. I know we're in this sort of cup. It says league, but we're in the cup. This trophy I'm trying to win. We've won it before, 2016-17 with Mourinho, as some of you may remember, but it's definitely something that I'll be trying to win. Now then, getting to the exciting bit. I'm at the start of the season already, so I'll be playing the first game of the season, Watford. See, mate, if it's a quick one, mate, I'm going to try and fit 2 games per episode and then carry on through, see how we can do with that. But I'll just take you through the side here, ladies and gentlemen. You'll probably see there's been quite a bit of a change-up in the side. Yeah, we'll just start with the squad. Obviously, in that, David De Gea. Kurzawa at left back with Lindelof and Maguire as the 2 centre backs, ball playing defenders, should I say, and then a wing back, Wan-Bissaka, who's on FM this year isn't very good. Obviously, as a United fan, I'm probably biased towards him, but he's incredibly good. He's an incredibly good player, but he just hasn't got. Apart from his 18 tackling, they haven't really done him much justice here. He's much faster than 15 pace, I believe. Stamina is probably spot on, but other than that, like his marking, his passing's a bit off, yeah, I'll give you that, but I don't think they've done him much justice, especially how he develops. His development is it's non-existent, if anything. Scott McTominay, as you can see, in the ball winning midfielder role, in this defensive midfielder role, sort of just a line between the defence and midfield. Goretzka, who I've brought in, I'll show you that in a few seconds. Pogba as well, obviously. Martial on the left. Sancho, the big player on the right, who's big money signing. And Belotti up front. A bit of a weird one, but I'll put Belotti up front. On the bench, you can see, got Romero, Tete, Kera, Fred, Mata, Lingard and Rashford. So and then obviously I've got a few players down here. Lee Grant, Young, Daniel James obviously as well, Tuanzebe, Lard, Garner, Brandon Williams, Mason Greenwood. Still trying to stick to the philosophy of United where you bring in players through from the youth. Hopefully see them through the series, if anything. But yeah, and then this is the squad. So obviously you can see the abilities increased up at the top here massively, like big time. This is definitely something that we'll be looking at. And one of the big signings I have made is Jadon Sancho. It was between him and Felipe Anderson. I knew that right wing space had to be addressed, as I don't think Daniel James is probably going to be able to carry us through a season. Although he's very good on FM this year, I've got to give it him. But this is definitely something I'll be looking at, something around his physicals. He's very good flair, taking on plays off the ball. His mentals are pretty good as well. Maybe his balance and maybe just his balance could be a bit better and his stamina. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with him. And then technically, he's very, very, very gifted. Jadon Sancho, as we've seen in real life. I'll just go to the transfer page here for you. Our transfer history. You'll see some of them will be mixed in as well. And our overall spend has been about 300 million, which, if anything, I've had about 86 million coming back. So we've spent there and about 200 million, which is probably what the rebuild should have been for United this season. Harry Maguire, you can see, James, I'll do it by date. I'll just show you the players I brought in. So first off, I bought in Gretzky. I don't really like Fred. I'll bring it up on the bigger screen. Fred's not really doing it for me. Fred's in real life and on the game, he's not particularly great. And I didn't think McTominay paired with Pogba is going to really bring the best out in Pogba. So I've brought in a proper box-to-box midfielder, really great physicals, mentally absolutely insane. Like, he's insane mentally. And then technically he's just got a bit of everything, really. It's like 11 dribbling, 12 finishing, first touch, 13 first touch. He can just sort of do a bit of everything. Bit of tackling, bit of passing here and there. He's just putting a good shift, basically, so Pogba can sort of shine through that. And then Belotti was offered. It was a bit of a weird one. I know his contract runs out in 2 years. He's happy to have joined. He's an influential player. He's pretty happy at the moment. Really good, technically gifted player with great heading, great finishing, good dribbling stats around there. Decent technique. Penalty taking isn't really there. His mental stats are absolutely insane, and so are his physicals. He's looking around here, pressing forward. He's looking really, really good so far for us. As you can see, pre-season he's got 2 goals. He's only really played in 3 games. Brought him in quite late, and I'll show you that 24 million. He was really cheap as well because of his obviously his contract. I've shown you Sancho. That transfer is 80 million. Now it's 40 million up front and 40 million over the next few years, and then obviously if we win the Premier League, but I'm not looking to win the Premier League, maybe with this side, but not really looking to win the Premier League. Looking to win Europa League, maybe an FA Cup. Obviously they're all factors in. 50 games time, we'll probably owe him quite a bit of money. I brought in a backup right back because I loaned out Dallo. I don't really think Dallo is that good yet, and I brought in Kenny Tete. I believe it's Tete. Physically pretty good, mentally just standard, average, pretty much. And then I just saw his defending stats, thought might as well just get him in just as a sort of a backup player. I had to give him promised him first team football, regular starter, but he's definitely not getting that. And 60k a week is nothing. It's nothing realistically for United. Then Luke Shaw. Now before I do this, let me just get Luke Shaw up for you. So Luke Shaw, renowned for being injury prone. Yeah. 5 months. Sent him to a specialist. 5 months. He's back. September, October, November, December. New Year? February, if I'm lucky. So yeah, I've brought someone else in. I've brought someone else in just in the meantime. I think Luke Shaw's a very, very underrated player. Crossing wise on here, people say you can't deliver a cross. He's, I believe, pretty good at getting forward. Definitely a supportive wing back, if anything. I think he's very good getting forward. His overlapping runs in real life this season. On the game, it sort of reflects a little bit. But with him being out for 5 months, I looked on the transfer list, looked through a few different players. I saw Kazawa. He's been at PSG for 4 years? Just pretty standard backup player. 2.8 million, who can really argue with it? I've had to give him the big bucks. I think he has 92k a week, just for a squad player. But he's going to be the main starter for the next 5 months. How long have I got him here? 3 years, so ain't too long either, really. Could have been a lot worse. And then Kerr as well, as I was looking through. Kerr sort of shined through. 16 tackling, 15 heading, decent first touch and vision, 14 marking. Great stats up here for a defender. I'd loaned out Phil Jones. As we know, Phil Jones is just a failure. Not great strength, but pretty good as a centre-back. 17 pace as a covering centre-back, as I'll probably play him in between. Him and Twanzebe as sort of backups, I'm pretty happy with. For 4.6 million as well, I know I'm paying him again a lot of money, 91k a week, but he's just a solid player. So that's more or less the ins and outs, as I've shown you. I've described what I'm going to be doing here. It is a Glory Hunter save, so I'll be looking at jobs going through this. But as for that, I'll show you the team selection so far today, as I did before, and we're going to go straight into the game. So let's have a go, lads. Right, let's see what we're going to say to him here. It's the first game of the season. We're playing Watford. I expect nothing but a win from this game. I'm going to tell them passionately. I have faith in them. I do, because I definitely do have faith in these lads. There we go. They're all a bit motivated, a bit happy. And we'll get straight into it. This tactics worked pretty well pre-season. I think I've had a very good pre-season. Obviously, the starters playing like Garner, Pereira, who have loaned out to Wolves as well. Not really great players, and I wasn't getting the results I was wanting. Like Besiktas, I think, a drew. And we've got our first highlight here. Sancho with the ball into Belotti at the back post, who just heads it over. Nearly there. So, but yeah, pre-season we played pretty well. Belotti, I believe, got a few goals for us at the end, and we really picked up steam towards the end. Martial cutting in the side there. Because that's a foul. We're going to go VAR. There we are. We've got our first penalty of the season. Martial's the penalty taker. As you can see, I've given him number 7. Let's see if he can slot this away for us. And Foster saves his first. It's the number 7 curse for Manchester United. I saw the number 7 spot was open with Sanchez going. I thought, Sancho likes his number 11. I'll give him the number 11. I believe Rashford kept the number 10. Goretzka got the 8 off Mata, because Mata's sort of being pushed outside a little bit. It was Wan-Bissaka coming in from the left here. Not like we maybe had the highlight, but they're counter-attacking with Deulofeu going in and goal now. Can De Gea save it? He can. He's done very well there, and maybe we could go on the counter-attack from this. With Kurzawa playing a beautiful ball to Belotti, who's through on goal, just past the post. Just past the post. He's looking pretty good this game so far. But yeah, Martial's got the number 7. As you can see, his starting game, he's missed a penalty. I'll just get the latest score. I'll get the league table up here, shall I? Get the league table up. You can see on the left-hand side and the right-hand side, I've got all the sort of stats up. So I've got match stats and latest scores on the left. The focus of attack, the league table on the right. Let's see what we can sort of do with this. With Watford coming forward here, if Wan-Bissaka can sort of take the ball off him, he can't. Very quick cross across the box, and Goretzka wins the ball back, and here we go. This is where we're lethal. I've bought an even faster right winger. Sancho with a great goal. Scored against his former club. Oh, what? Martial the architect. There we are. Martial plays the ball to Sancho, who just literally runs. This is counter-attacking football at his best, and beautiful finish into the bottom left-hand corner there. First goal of the season, first goal for Jadon Sancho for the club. Excuse me, sorry. A lot of illness going about at the moment, a lot of coughs, so I apologise for all the coughs that you'll probably be hearing throughout this. Things are going well, but I know you're capable of better now that they've just listened keenly. Most of them don't really care. But so far, all good. All good at the moment. Can't really complain. Scott McTominay's made a few mistakes, but we can take him off. We'll bring Fred on. Maybe bring Goretzka off as well, because he's looking a bit tired. I have to see what I can do about that. There's 64 minutes in. Ooh, we've got a highlight actually, before I do anything. Watford coming forward, Jan not with the ball. Maybe we can nick it off them. Sancho, there we go. Sancho nicking it back off him. Pogba with the ball through to Martial, who's through on goal here. Can he finish? No, he can't. Ooh, right, we're going to make a few changes. So, Rashford on for Martial, who's had a very, very poor game, despite getting the assist. A very poor game for him so far. We shall bring on Fred for Scott McTominay. Yes, we shall. See what we can do with him. Can Fred play in that deep line playmaker role? He can. I'll play him there. And then in place for Goretzka, I shall bring on... I'll bring on Mata and I'll show you why. Now, Mata, I think, is suited to play an advanced playmaker role because he's sort of dropping off in his later career. I'll just play him as a roaming playmaker. You can do what you want, Fred. A null player anyway. But Mata, with his age, I don't think playing in that attacking midfielder role. I know he can play sort of nice little balls through, but maybe as a deep line playmaker or an attacking advanced playmaker, as I said. Did that just happen? Well, that just happened. They just kicked it out to the halfway line, and now it looks like we may have another counter-attack with Rashford running down the left. We know he's fast, but he just missed an open net. He's played it to Sancho. Can he get his second goal? Sancho. United. This summer, might be Bruno in January, maybe, but Sancho for summer Sancho. Sancho summer, whatever sort of slogan you want to throw at it. Look at that. Great ball across by Rashford and just slots it in the bottom corner by Sancho. Beautifully. Great debut for him. Couldn't have asked for much more here as we go up to 5th in the table. It's obviously the only start of the season. Mata playing pretty well in that role. Rashford coming and making a bit of an impact with an assist. Doing pretty well. Belotti not really doing much so far, but obviously the first game of the season. Kazawa playing great as well. And that is the first game, a comfortable 2-0 win. Martial not really doing well with the penalties, but obviously can't win them all. Passionate, I'm very happy with the way you played. They're very, very, very happy with that. So, that shall be that. Any upsets so far? Any upsets? No. Nothing so far. Zaha with 2 goals. He's another maybe coming in. But yeah, that so far is going to be how it's going to go. I cannot believe he's just scored 2 goals on his debut, Jadon Sancho. Hopefully that's a theme for the coming few days. Excuse me. So that's where I'm going to wrap up this episode. Hope you did enjoy. Hope this is maybe something that I can sort of progress with, maybe get a bit better. I'll be able to be more confident in front of the camera and sort of that stuff. But yeah, I cannot believe it's gone that well. I hope you've enjoyed. If you did like, please subscribe. Please leave a like, leave a comment as well. Tell me how I can maybe change the tactics here, how that sort of stuff can go. But I can't believe we've gone and done that. I'll just check the schedule. So the schedule will probably come back with the group stages. We'll see who we've drawn and we'll come back with the group stages. Other than that, maybe Chelsea. Maybe a Carabao Cup and a Chelsea game. We'll have to. Oh, we've got a Carabao, Chelsea and a UEFA Europa League game. We'll see how this sort of goes on. Well, yeah, I hope you enjoy. And thanks for listening. It's been Hey Manager. And I'll see you in the next one. Ciao.